Hello and welcome to this practice of gentle yoga for happy knees. Our knees do so much for us every day, and if you're like me, they are not shy about telling you about it. In today's practice, we focus on building strength and improving the foundation of our knees. I have both stretching and strengthening exercises for you today, and the best part is no kneeling. You'll want to have one block or a pillow with you today to build that foundation. So go get ready and I'll meet you on the mat. We'll begin today lying on our backs. Settle your shoulders down and back, and then draw your right knee into your chest. And just make some ankle circles, circling the ankle in one direction, and then switch directions. And then point and flex the toe, really pulling your toes in and towards your knees. Notice the muscles in the calf, the shin, and the ankle all working. All right, let's switch legs. Bring that leg down, the opposite leg up, and make those ankle circles. One direction, the opposite direction, and then point and flex. These ankle movements, believe it or not, improve the knee stability by acting as a shock absorption foundation for our knees. Because when the ankles are weak, the knees take more stress. Now bring that leg down and we're going to come up to our elbows and our forearms. You could also do this just lying on your back. We're going to do some bicycles with one leg at a time. Draw the right knee into your chest, extend the leg, lower it down, and then draw it back into your chest again. Extend the leg out, lower it down, draw it in, extend, lower, and back up. We'll do 10 of these on each side. There's 4, and here's 5. Slow, controlled, and smooth repetitions. We've got 3 more. Keep going if you can, rest if you need to, and start again when you can. Almost done. Last one. Bring it all the way down and plant that foot on the floor. Let's draw the left knee in. Extend the leg out. Lower your foot down. Draw the knee in. As you draw the knee in, bring that foot low and close to the ground. You can feel the quadricep working as you do these movements. We have about 5 more. Keep it going if you can. Rest if you need to. Now your leg doesn't have to be completely straight when you extend it out. If your hamstrings are a little tight, leave some bend in your knee. How about 2 more? Draw it in, extend, lower down, draw in, extend, lower down, and plant that foot on the mat. Now we'll do straight leg raises. Flex the ankle, lift the leg parallel to the other knee, and then lower back down. Again, lift the leg to the opposite knee and lower down. Now, if lifting that high is too much for you, just lift as far as it feels good. The important thing is engaging that muscle in the front of the thigh. Working that muscle is exactly what we want. Those quadriceps are your knee's best support system. Keep the movement slow and controlled. I feel it working. You just have one more. Lift and lower. All right, let's switch legs. Left leg comes out. Flex the ankle. Engage your core and lift that leg to the height of the opposite knee if you can. Same thing on this side. We'll do 10. And here's 3, lifting just as high as feels good for you. Just engaging that quadricep and making those muscles work. Lift for 6 and lower down. 7 and lower down. 8 And down, you're doing great. 9, almost done. One more. And 10. Bring that foot all the way down and bend your knee. From here, lower yourself all the way down onto the mat and rest your shoulders down and back. Bring your arms out to a nice wide T, and we'll just windshield wipe the legs side to side, giving our legs just a little break here. To the right, to the left, to the right, and to the left. Just a couple times. Take your time. And then let's bring them back to the center. And here's where we'll use that block. So reach for your block and place it between your knees. The narrowest width is usually the best, but choose whatever feels right for you today. Your feet are flat on the mat, both knees bent, fitting the block between your thighs so it won't fall out when you're at rest. All right, here we're going to squeeze that block with our knees. Ready? Squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Don't drop your block. Again, squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Again, squeeze. 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Once more. Squeeze. 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. Keep holding your block and sweep your arms up overhead. Take a nice breath in, exhale out, and bring your arms back down by your sides. Next, we'll take the block squeeze into a bridge lift. Keep the block between your knees. Engage your core by pulling the belly button into your spine. Ground all 4 corners of your feet and lift to your bridge. No rush. At the top of the bridge, hold, squeezing the block together for 5, 4, 3, 2, and lower down. We'll do 3 more of these. Tuck the belly button into your spine. Ground the feet. Lift the hips for 5, 4, 3, 2, and lower down. Take a break. Breathe. Belly button into your spine. Lift the hips, pressing into all 4 corners of the feet, especially the big toes. Lower down. Just one more. Here we go. Belly button in. Ground the feet. Lift the hips and hold. Make this your best one. Knees, hips, and shoulders aligned. Squeezing the knees together and carefully, slowly lower down. All right, remove your block and set it aside. Those were some great exercises for your quadriceps and supporting the knees. Settle your shoulders down and bring your arms out to a T now. Shift your hips over to the left and drop your knees to the right, just stacking one knee on top of the other for a little bit of a rest and just a stretch. Relaxing the thighs, the knees, the quadriceps, the hips, and the low back. Just releasing the outer hips, the glutes, and the IT band that sometimes can pull and cause more knee pain. Now let's take that stretch to the other side. Bring your knees up to the center, shift your hips to the right, and drop your knees to the left. Just one knee stacked on top of the other. Relaxing the lower body on the floor and allowing your legs to take a little break. Just enjoy this few moments of relaxation as we prepare to move on to the next part of our exercise session. Now let's bring the knees back up to the center, and from here we'll come all the way up to sitting. Draw your knees into your chest and maybe you roll like a ball coming all the way up. Then extend your legs out in front of you with a soft bend in the knee for cat and cow. Tuck your chin to chest, round your back, and feel that stretch all the way through the low back. Then rise up, open the chest for a tiny back bend. Flowing through this a couple more times at your own pace. These are a beautiful way to do cat and cow without any pressure on the knees. How about one more cat? Round the back, tuck the chin in, tuck the pelvis under, and then rise up, little arch in the back and open the chest, and return to your neutral spine. And from here, we'll come to tabletop. I know I promised no kneeling, but it's just for a moment to get us to downward facing dog. Once you're settled, tuck your toes behind you, press the hips up and back and the heels towards the floor. They don't have to touch. Maybe you pedal the legs a little bit, pressing one heel then the other, stretching the calves and the Achilles tendon, the bottom of the foot. And then settle with the left leg down for a moment and the right leg down, and then both heels back and down. From here, I want you to edge your arms forward a little bit and come to a nice straight plank. And then bend your knees and hover them just off the floor, holding the core nice and strong. Stretch back into your downward facing dog. And then shift forward again, bend the knees, hover just a moment, and back to your downward facing dog. Now walk your feet towards your hands and your hands towards your feet. Just do a simple forward fold. Plenty of bend in your knees. Relax here. And then halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Take a breath in, exhale, and forward fold again. Now bend the knees generously and come all the way up to mountain or Tadasana. Arms up overhead. Gently lean to the right. Nice side body stretch to the left. Now bring your arms back down by your sides and settle your feet about hip width distance apart. These next moves work on the tiny muscles that surround the knees, not only strengthening the foundation, but also our balance. So if you need something to hold on to, that's okay. We're going to take some small chair sits here, rise up, and then lift the left knee up, and then lower it back down. Sit back in your chair, weight in your heels, and lift up the opposite leg and back down, alternating legs. Let's add an arm this time. Raise the same arm and the same leg up. Sit back down into your chair, all the weight in your heels. Same arm, same leg comes up. Lower that down. Let's do it again. Sit back in your chair. Lift up arm and leg. Lower back down. Lift up arm and leg. Balancing. And back down. One more time. Last set. Lift up. Same arm, same leg. Lower down. Last one. Make it count. Lift up, same arm, same leg, holding up and back down. We have one more balancing and strengthening move. Feet shoulder width apart. Shift all your weight into the right leg this time. We'll lift the left knee, flex the ankle, extend the leg, bend the knee, and lower it back down. Switch. Lift the right knee, extend out. Bend the knee and lower it down. Switch. Lift, extend, lift, and switch. Lift, extend, lift, and switch. Take your time. If you need to go at a different pace than I do, lift and switch. You're okay. Lift, extend, lift, and switch. Last set. Lift, extend, lift, and switch. Lift, keep your balance, extend, lift, and place that foot down. All right, take a little break, just bending one knee, then the other. Loosening the legs. Maybe you swing the arms side to side, knocking on heaven's door. Now take a deep breath in, reach up overhead, big stretch, lean to the right. Nice side body stretch, and then to the left. Enjoy the stretch. Back to the center. Bend the knees and forward fold. Come back to your downward facing dog just for a moment. And you can make this transition to the floor as fancy or as not so fancy as you like. We'll come down to cross the legs or on the knees for a moment, and then all the way down and to our back sides. Lowering down onto your back with your knees bent and your feet about hip width distance apart. Just settle the shoulders down and back, right where you are. Cross the left thigh over the right thigh like you're sitting cross-legged. This is our modified shoestring pose. You're not reaching for your ankles or your feet today. You're simply letting the legs cross and letting gravity do the work. Allow the legs to relax, the thighs to relax, the knees to relax. Now draw your knees into the center of your chest, feeling that stretch in the back of the hips and the thighs, as well as the low back. Your hands can be on the top knee to the shin or perhaps behind your thighs. Just relax here. The quadriceps are doing nothing. The knees are relaxing, the hips are relaxing, the low back is relaxed. And now take that left knee and cross it over a little closer towards your right shoulder. This shifts the stretch into the IT band, that long connective tissue running along the outside of your thigh. And it can sometimes be tender, so go gently, slowly, and only to the place where you feel the stretch, never to pain, not pushing, not pulling. And now bring that right leg down to the floor, but we'll come to a figure 4 with the left ankle crossed over the right thigh. But today, just stay right here and see how this feels on your body. Let your low back just melt down and into the floor, and allow that left knee and hip to just drift away from the body, soft and relaxed. Now extend that left leg up towards the ceiling. You could hold behind the thigh or your calf, wherever it feels comfortable. Keep a soft bend in your knee. The stretch should feel like a gentle invitation, not a demand. Softly breathing in, nice slow exhales out. Bend the knee and bring that foot back down to the floor. And now let's take that right thigh, cross over the left. Just relax into that stretch again. Relax into that modified shoestring. Allowing the hip and the knee to just soften and relax here. No work, just rest. The low back is pressed down and into the mat. Now gently draw your knees towards the center of your chest. Soften here as you feel a little more stretch into the hips and the glutes. Soften that space between your eyes, that place that we often hold tension and tightness. Soften the grip in your hands and let your shoulders relax down and back. Now take that right knee over towards the left shoulder as we add in a little bit of that IT band. Again, this can be a very particular place that sometimes has a lot of tension and tightness, maybe sometimes some tenderness. So be gentle with it and just coax it to loosen a little bit. No pushing, no pulling. Just allowing the body time to relax on its own. Now bring that left foot down to the mat and cross the right ankle over the left thigh, allowing that knee to just fall out to the side. Soften the legs here. Just relax your arms by your sides and rest your head in whatever direction feels good for you. Focusing on relaxation, focusing on your breath, breathing in and a nice slow exhale out. Breathing right into that right thigh, hip, and knee. Now let's go to the hamstring stretch. Extend that right leg up with just as much bend in the knee as you'd like. Just feel the stretch in the back of the thigh and the glute, keeping your hips down and on the mat if you can. Softening the spaces that are tight and need a little attention. Stretching and relaxing the muscles is every bit as important as the strengthening. And a bonus is, it feels good. And now bend that knee and bring both feet back down to the floor. And we'll come to a reclined butterfly. Soles of the feet together, arms by your sides. And rest here for your final resting pose. Feel that gratitude in your knees. All they carried you through today, and all they carry you through every day. These simple, quiet practices today, the ankle circles, the squeezes, the gentle lifts, they add up, and consistency is far more powerful than intensity. Showing up for yourself, even for a few minutes, is everything. Carefully use your hands to bring your knees back up to the center. Maybe wiggle your fingers and toes and bring yourself back up to a seated position when you're ready. Thank you so much for joining me today. If this practice felt good in your body, I would love for you to subscribe to the channel. Remember, consistency is what actually changes your body. Peace be with you. Have a beautiful day, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.